Welcome in, friends. Game 5. We've made it. We have made it to Game 5 of the World Series. And we are live. Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers. Series is tied 2-2, and one hell of a series it's been. Man, oh man, this has been a good one, and it could be an all-timer. Blake Snell sporting the four-seamer, changeup, curveball, slider. Second time at the Jays in this series. First game he lost, got touched up a little bit, was pitching pretty good, and it just got away from him as we prepare for Snell to do his warm-ups. And Alan Porter behind home plate. Mark Wegner, that clown from game 3, is down the left field line. Keep him out of here. Hopefully our man behind the plate can stay out of our way tonight. As Snyder and the trap shooters and the handlebar mustache is going to lead it off for Toronto as he walks up to Will Smith and says, "Watch what I can do." And we are just about ready to kick off game 5 here as Snell toes the slab, goes to the Vaseline under his hat, and Mr. Snyder digs in. Big hole at the top of the order for the Jays. Here comes the first pitch from Snell. Fastball swung on and hit the left field. Hernandez back at the track. He looks up. First pitch and it's gone. Dear God, home run. First pitch, leadoff dinger from Snyder. Man, oh man. First pitch fastball swung on and hit the left. Another coating of paint, and that thing's a double. But wow, the handlebars comes through. Where is the sport coat? There it is. Put it on. Blake Snell, I'm sure he'll be fine. But man, oh man, that's a tough way to start the game. First pitch fastball swung on, hit the left, got in just a touch. Snyder thought he got enough of it as we get the LAPD chopper view. High and deep to left. That is Axel Rose back there and left. Nice effort as he bears a fastball down and in on Big Bad Vlad. 0-1 the count. Sport coat is out. Business time in Toronto. 1-zip Jays. Powder Blues are taking over. Swung on, hit down the line to left, and that one's gone. Laser beam from Vlad, back to back jacks. Man, oh man. The Dodger fans, I'm sure they're not there yet, but this is not how you wanted to start the game. Dave Roberts hasn't even bothered to look yet. Blake Snell, concern is starting to come in as Big Bad Vlad got the trot going, got a great pace. Look at this, man. Like he's hit 1,000 home runs in his career. Look at him. He's got all his hand signals. That's a nice trot right there, folks, as he points up to the crowd and says, "I told you so." Here we look again. Fastball inside. He just turns on that thing, and it still hasn't landed. Laser beam to left, and all Axel Rose could do in left was just watch this one sail out of there. Bam! Clayton Kershaw in the bullpen goes, "I give up tons of those in the postseason." 2-zip Jays on 2 pitches. And a big swing and a miss from Bo Bichette on the curveball. Mix it up a little bit. 0-1 the count. Sport coat is in effect in Toronto. Look out. Curveball swung on, hit down the line. 0-2. Nice quick bat there from Bichette. I got to tell you, Bichette is he's a nice little hitter here, man. I mean, look at this 364. He's one of the few guys in the league that hits over 300 in regular season. You can see why watching him. 0-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt, and he wastes that one, and we'll do it again. Really rough start for Mr. Blake Snell. But this guy is a grinder, and I mean, if you're going to give up back-to-back jacks, might as well do it in the first and just get it behind you. Tough way to start the game, though. Man, oh man. First pitch homer, second pitch homer. Curveball in the dirt. Nice block from Smith, 1-2. As Bichette steps out to take a breath, and he's gotten a heavy, heavy dose of curveballs here. Snell is back on the slab, and he is ready to work. Let's see how he comes after Bichette here. High changeup away, 2-2. As we pause, and Bichette steps back in. Snell trying to gather himself here. Here comes a 2-2 offering. Change up in the dirt, got him, swung on a miss. Nice pitch from Snell. Way to regroup there as Bichette is retired on strikes. And here's another look at this is the Snyder home run here. Fastball in, and then same thing to Guerrero, fastball in, and both guys. Welcome back, friends. Bottom one. Godzilla at the plate hitting 400 for the Dodgers, facing off against the rookie, Trey Yesavich. Second time at this Dodgers order. He's behind 1-0, and here's the pitch to Ohtani. Changeup. Right over the plate, or splitter. 1-1. Not sure he wants to leave that pitch up there. And 1-1 the count. As the Dodger fans starting to file in, nice to see them at the game. Here comes a 1-1. Changeup or splitter again, 1-2. Swung on a miss, low and inside. And Yesavich is ahead in the count. Ohtani, rough game yesterday. Pitched pretty well, but didn't do anything at the plate. As Yesavich looks in to the big man, gets his pitch. Here comes a 1-2 from Yesavich. Splitter in the dirt, 2-2. So as mentioned, Ohtani has been having a very, very big series. And the Jays were able to cool him off a little bit. A huge effort from Tom Selleck as we are ready to go with the 2-2 pitch here. Yesavich at the belt. And here comes the pitch. Splitter again. And again, not where he wants to leave these balls, because this fella right here can do some major damage. As Yesavich gets a new ball and resets for the 2-2 pitch. Game 3, Ohtani had 2 bombs, but yesterday, nothing doing. Here's the pitch from Yesavich. Fastball swung on, tap back to the mound. He bobbles it and then backhands it over to Guerrero. 1 down. And nice job getting the big man out. And the Dodgers order is never easy, but it certainly is a lot better when you get Godzilla to tap out. As we get some more about his release point, which is unique, but now it's the second time that the Dodgers have seen it. And, that works both ways. It's the second time through seeing the Dodger order, but now they've got a book on this guy, so we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. And to be honest, if he's going to be living at the upper end of the zone, he's going to be in trouble. So Will Smith hitting second, fastball outside corner, strike 1, 95 on the black. Will Smith jumping up in the order here. Had a couple of good games there, games 1 and 2, but didn't do much in 3 and 4. Thought he hit a game winner in game 3 and flew out. Swung on and hit deep to left to Smith, but not deep enough, as Handlebars is there, and that's 2 down. Must have cut it off the end of the bat, because that looked pretty good off the bat. And that's 2 down for Yesavich as Smith trots back to the dugout. And Mookie Betts, maybe hitting in the 3-hole will help him, but this guy's been struggling pretty mightily. 158, hit 3 for 19, no home runs, no RBIs. Hitting 250 in the postseason. That's 158 is in the World Series. So let's see if Mookie Betts can get himself going here. This guy needs a hit. First pitch fastball at the knees, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Might be the best pitch he sees the entire at bat. We'll see. Yesavich is ready. As the 2 veteran pitchers on the sideline talk, here it comes. Swung on and missed at the slider, low in the dirt, 0-2. And get ready for the splitter, because I'm guessing it's coming here. As Yesavich has Betts on the ropes here, up 0-2. I'd imagine it's a waste pitch. Let's see where he goes here. The 0-2. Splitter hung on, missed. He got him in a nice 1-2-3 inning there for Trey Yesavich, right through the teeth of the Dodgers order. And we'll be back for the second inning in Game 5. Hang tight, friends. We'll be back. Welcome back, friends. Top of the second inning. Little Ernie Clement already down 0-1 as the next pitch from Snell. Change up, swung on, hit up the middle. Betts in the hole has it. Fires over to first in time. One down. Good way to start the inning there for Snell. As we get a look at the two biggest hitters for the Jays on the day. Big Bad Vlad, 8 home runs, and Little Ernie Clement, the beardless, 8 multi-hit games, 24 hits in the postseason. Man, that guy's a hell of a hitter. And here comes another big hitter for him, Addison Barger. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, hit to the right side, base hit through the hole. That'll get him on. And the Jays are in business again. And that'll put Snell in the stretch again. And if you're Dave Roberts, if he's paying attention, this is not how he drew it up. As Snell gives up the 2 back-to-back bombs in the first, and now is already in the stretch. And his pitches are starting to stay up in the zone. And there's a lot. Welcome back, friends, as we get a look at a Dodgers watch party. That was pathetic. First pitch from Yasevich here, bottom of the second. Strike one, splitter to Freddie Freeman at the knees. 0-1 the count. Freeman, the hero of Game 3. 19-game postseason on break streak. That is pretty cool. Here's the 0-1. So again, with the slider, low and in, swung on and missed 0-2. As Yasevich is ahead in the count, and he has been ahead of every hitter. He got a couple pitches up to Ohtani, but other than that, he's been low in the zone, and so far so good if you're a Jays fan. Must be the powder blues. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, fouled off. Nice job by Freeman to foul that one off. Tough pitch there from Yasevich. Freeman with the 1 home run, the biggest one of them all, the 18th inning walk-off in Game 3. But we are all knotted up at 2. This is Game 5, a pivotal game here. And here comes the 0-2 from Yasevich. Waste pitch, splitter up and away. 1-2 as he gets the ball back, and he's already back on the slab and ready to work. Got to love the pace here. And here it comes. He kicks. Fastball, swung on, hit fouled on the left field side and out of play. And we'll do it again. 1-2 the count. As we get yet another reminder of who the announcers are. Face for radio, John Smoltz, Bow Tie, and some other guy. 1-2. Slider inside, misses 2-2. Nice idea. Just a little bit up and in. And we keep getting the same stats over and over again, as if we didn't know this guy hit 2 walk-offs in the World Series. 2-2. Bottom 2. 2-0 Jays. The pitch from Yasevich. Swung on and hit down the left field slide. Foul. Another split up in the zone and not where Yasevich wants to keep it. So, seen a little concern on the faces of the Dodger fans, but at least that means they're paying attention, which is a nice change of pace. 2-2. Swung on and missed at the splitter. He got him, but again, out over the plate, and I do not think Yasevich wants to live there. But he's through 4 hitters unscathed, but he had Freeman well out front there as we get a nice close look at the action on that. But man, that is right out over the plate. And he wants to be careful with that as Freeman waves at it. So Yasevich keeping a nice pace of this game as he's going to start off Teoscar Hernandez. Fastball outside, 1-0, just missed off the outside corner. Nice idea. Teoscar Hernandez was struggling a little bit, but really got going in the last game, or in Game 3, where I believe he was 3 for 6. So as the 1-0 is there, 1-1, splitter up and away, and that pitch is up again. Just something to monitor here. It hasn't gotten touched on it yet, but something to keep an eye on. 1-1. We have one lonely Dodger fan there standing. Everyone else is still trying to figure out what's going on here. Fastball inside, jammed him. 1-2, fouled off. Good pitch there from Yasevich. And he looks sharp. He's dialed in. Like I said, second time at the Dodgers. I'm curious to see, what changes they do make second time through. And that is the beauty of the 7-game series, because he's had to look at them and they've had to look at him, and who's going to do it? Who can do it better? It's really is what makes this 7-game series great. The 1-2. He got him outside corner slider, swung on and missed. Third K of the day. Hernandez is retired. No bat flip this time. 2 down. And there's that slider there on the outside corner and just waved at. And so far, so good for the Jays. And when the powder blues come out, good things seem to happen for this team. Just saying. As 2 down here, bottom of the second inning. We get a little pause as Teoscar Hernandez stares into oblivion, and it's Tommy Edman, 3 for 18 in the series, 1 RBI. Flashed a lot of glove in game 3. Here's a first pitch from Savage, misses low, 1-0 on the 4-seamer in the dirt. Going to get a new ball, and the umpire says, "Stand down. I'm in control here." Savage says, "We know." The 1-0. He kicks, swung on and tapped foul, 1-1. Slider, and again, a lot of plate. It hasn't hurt him yet, but a lot of plate as we get Savage's road to Toronto this year, as he just continued to climb through single A all the way up to the major leagues. And, well, we've seen him pitch now in the ALCS and now twice in the World Series, and it's pretty obvious why. 1-1. Swung on, fouled off, high heat, up at the letters, fouled back by Edman, 1-2 the count. And Trey Savage is 1 pitch away from retiring the first 6 in order. And he is moving quickly. He has his pitch, slider, or swung on and missed. He got him, and that'll end the inning. 3 up and 3 down again, and the young fella is in a groove here. As we'll take a pause, and we'll be back for the 3rd inning. Hang tight, baseball fans. Welcome back to LA, friends, as we are into the top of the 3rd. Jays on top, 2-0 here. Game 5, pivotal game. And at the very least, this is it for LA. Thank goodness for that. First pitch, outside, as the trap shooters, Davis Snyder took the first pitch from Snell and put it over the left field wall. Like I said before, another coating of paint, and that would have been a double. Changeup misses 2-0. Nice look for the stout Snyder. Got the handlebar mustache and the trap shooters. Big fan here. Blue Collar Broadcast is on board with all of that. Here comes a 2-0 from Snell. Curveball swung on, fouled back. 2-1. And here we go. We get a look at that first pitch. And nice short stroke there from Snyder. And like I said, Axel Rose almost was able to pull that one back. Vlad went back to back. And Vlad knew it, and we knew it because that was an absolute laser beam. Was out of here in about 3 seconds into the Dodger pen. Fastball up and away, misses, 3-1. And I mean, it's early, and it's early, but Blake Snell so far is not very sharp. I mean, he got out of it with a double play ball at the end of the first, and last inning was great at the bottom of the order. But now he's 3-1 here. Change up outside, 3-2. But his pitch count is starting to creep. He's missing out over the plate, and there's been some loud contact. And if you're Dave Roberts, you got to be thinking, I mean, assuming he's paying attention, this ain't good. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Right when I start to talk him down, he just blows one by Snyder. Well done from Blake Snell. As we get a look at, I mean, the catchers. What are we doing here? Can't we just watch the game? One down, top third. I mean, Will Smith hasn't even done anything. Didn't he K in his first at bat? Like what? And that'll bring up Vlad. High fastball misses 1-0. I mean, Snell's zooming it in there. We'll see. I mean, second time through the order. And I mean, they need him. They got live arms in the Dodger pen, but it's also been overused. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Nice changeup outside, 1-1. So if you're Dave Roberts, I mean, how soon is too soon? It's the point I'm getting at. How long of a leash are you going to let Snell have in this game, which is absolutely huge? 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses, 2-1. As Snell retrieves a new ball. And big bad Vlad steps out, and he is always ready to work. 2-1 count. Top three here. Jay's up 2-0. The pitch. Inside with the slider, 3-1. And again, second hitter in a row, he's working from behind, and he's not doing himself any favors because this is the best hitter on the team, and he's in the driver's seat. Wonder if he just pitches around him with the waste pitch. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses, and that'll be a walk. Nice at bat from Guerrero. And I mean, nice job by Snell not to just give in to the big guy. I mean, that would be foolish. The guy already took him deep once. And Blake Snell, I mean, he always looks like he hasn't slept in about a week, which that's fine, but I don't know. I'm guessing they're going to have a tight leash on him now. If he's 37 pitches in here now, man on first, and Bichette at the plate, the pitch. Change up, hitting the hole. Betts has got it over to 2-for-1. Bad throw, takes him off the bag, but Guerrero's gone at second. Bichette will be at first base with the fielder's choice. My bad. It's the second time we've seen Mookie Betts say that. The guy's not hitting. The least he could do is flash some glove. So as we get another look at it here, Betts in the hole, and just a bad throw. I mean, Edman's there set up for the double play, drags him off the base. Nice job by Edman to keep that in play and not let it go into right field and compound the error. But 2 down now for the big fella, top of the third. Here's a pitch from Snell. Change up, or swung on and missed, curveball rather. 0-1. Big swing from the big fella. And Snell is ahead in the count finally, 0-1. Kirk, nice single up the middle in the first inning. Hitting a nice 400 in the World Series. Snell is at the belt, and here comes the 0-1. In the dirt again, and offered at by Kirk, fouled down the left field line, 0-2. And this is what Snell wants to do, is be able to pitch from the front, because now he's got his entire array of pitches open up to him. He can attack him with the high heat, come back with that curveball in the dirt. 0-2 here, top three, 2 down. Bichette with the lead from first. Snell is at the belt. And here comes the pitch. High fastball, 1-2. Nice idea. Kirk doesn't offer at it. And Kirk, as has been well documented throughout the series, a really tough at bat, fouls off tons of pitches. He works a count. I mean, he's a nuisance. And Snell's ready to go again. Dodger fans are on their feet. The 1-2. Fastball swung on, fouled off, and Smith couldn't hang on. We're going to do it again. And he just about got that one by the big man. Nice job by Kirk to get some bat on it. And it's nice to see the Dodger fans get involved in this game finally. I mean, it's only game 5 of the World Series and like one of the greatest series so far. So good to see them recognizing this. 1-2 count. 2 down, top 3. Snell just about ready to go here. He looks into Smith as we get a view from the cheap seats. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt. Blocked by Smith. Keeps it in front of him. Nice job, Will Smith, keeping that in front of him. Often overlooked play there. The catcher, proper technique, keeping the ball in front. Bichette does have leg issues, which he's probably not running, but nonetheless, you don't want to be letting free guys get into scoring position there. So good job by Smith. It's 2-2 now. 2 down as the prayers start to come out in Los Angeles. Here comes the 2-2 from Snell. Swung on, foul down the left field line. And as mentioned, Alejandro Kirk is a really, really tough out as he just wastes a nice pitch there from Snell. And we'll do it all over again. Blake Snell, we're getting some numbers on him. 10th major league season, 3.15 ERA. And he's been a pretty damn good pitcher over those 10 years. Here comes the 2-2. Slider in the dirt, waved at and missed, and he got him. And Snell gets out of it as he walks off the mound, and he's through 3. As we look at the sunset in LA and hope everyone's safe there in the city. No promises. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd. Hang tight, fans. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the third here. Dodgers coming up to the plate, trying to get something going against the youngin, Trey Yesavich, who's been staked to a 2-0 lead, and he is breezing as he gets another splitter out over the plate. But that one's up too, as Max Muncy drops to 7 in the order, 176. Did have a home run earlier in the series, but nothing much else than that. Yesavich ahead 0-1. The pitch, fastball inside corner, misses 1-1. Nice idea, nice location. As Trey Yesavich is back on the slab and ready to do work. And here comes the 1-1. Kirk setting up inside, but he leaves it out over the plate. Fastball fouled off, and man, Muncy wishes he had that one back. 1-2. I mean, at least you can say Yesavich is pitching from in front. I mean, he's getting ahead of guys, which is great, but his location hasn't been great. So, again, something to monitor first time through the order. As the Dodger fans they're trying. Here comes a 1-2. Splitter away, 2-2. And Muncy, similar to Betts, is really grinding. You notice Pawheads is out of the order today. They got Axl Rose in there instead of him. As Yesavich is ready for the 2-2. Splitter low, 3-2. Good job, Muncy, to take it and work it full. And let's see if he gets something to hit here. Nothing to write home about so far for the Dodgers. And I mean, at the bare minimum, I mean, you got to get a guy on base. You got to get something going here. 3-2. At the knees, and he rung him up. Strike 3. Muncy didn't like it, but it was there. And another one is gone as Muncy just walks back to home, back to the dugout. So we get another look. Splitter at the knees. I mean, it looks low, but that's breaking right out over the plate. And I mean, again, we'll say it. Big Brother says yes. I'm sorry, but you just can't leave it up to the umps there, man. That's right out over the plate. You have to swing there. So you yell all you want, but you got to swing. As Kike Hernandez waves at a slider, 0-1. And 5 straight strikeouts, most by a rookie starter. Well done, Trey Yesavich. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. He is breezing. 0-1 ahead of Hernandez, and we've been saying that a lot tonight. Here comes the pitch. Same pitch at the knees. Kind of look like the same location in Muncy as that one misses, 1-1. And Hernandez 188, 3 for 16. So the Dodgers really got to get something going here against the young man. 1-1, bounced 2-1. As Yesavich retrieves a new ball and is already back on the slab, and he is not wasting any time. He is all business tonight, folks, as the 2-1 is on its way. Here it comes. Swung on and hit the left, and that one is high and deep and way up into the seats, and Kike Hernandez got him. 2-1 Dodgers. Nice job, Kike Hernandez. Bateman loves it. The Dodgers fans love it. Kike Hernandez, that trot's a little too fast for my liking, but nice hit from the number 8 hitter there as he cuts the lead in half, and Yesavich finally came back to bid him. His location's been up, and that one was up. You know, Hernandez at Dodgers, and we got a whole new ball game now as it is 2-1, and that'll bring up Axl Rose, number 12, Mr. Call, takes a ball outside, 1-0. Came in relief in the marathon game. And he's coming in to play for Pawheads tonight, the struggling hitter. So our new number 9 hitter. Next pitch, fastball at the outside corner, 1-1. 1 for 5 in the World Series for Call. As we get a look at Pawheads, really feel for the guy who just hasn't been able to get hits at all. Here comes a 1-1. Swing and a miss at the slider, 1-2. Yesavich moving quickly, trying to bounce back after giving up the big fly. Still has the lead, but again, we have to monitor that location because his miss has been up in the zone, and that's not where you want to miss to LA. So, but he does have Call 1 and 2 here. 1 down, bottom 3, a 1-run ball game now. As Axl Rose is ready to do work and he takes a splitter away on the knees. He just missed. Yesavich wanted it. And let's just hope this umpire can keep his consistency because Game 3 was an abject disaster, and we don't need any of that. 2-2 the count now. Bottom 3. Here's a pitch. Swung on, blooped into left. Varsho actually back on it to the track, got a lot more wood on it than we thought, but he retrieves it there in left center field. Nice job by Varsho. Another look at the Hernandez home run. Big fly to left. And it's just the location. That's just not, you just don't want to miss up there. So as they're going to turn the order up, Sandy Koufax, love it. Magic Johnson, just no. Okay. No Magic Johnson, please. And Godzilla is going to come to the plate here in a 1-run game, 0 for 1 on the day. Savage at the belt, and here comes the pitch. Spikes one in the dirt with the fastball, 1-0. Easy take there for the big man. 375, 3 bombs, 5 ribs for Ohtani in the World Series. And he is in there and ready to go as we await the 1-0 pitch. Kirk setting up on the outside corner. And he misses inside with the splitter, but it's over the plate, 1-1. And that pitch is up again. And maybe Sam Crow, the pitching coach for the Blue Jays, might want to talk to him about his location. Just a thought. 1-1 pitch. Inside at the belt with the slider, 2-1. And the Dodger fans are on their feet, and they have finally noticed that this is a hell of a good World Series that we have going here. And it's Game 5, and it's 2-2. Nice to see them chiming in. As Blake Snell gets ready to come back out for the fourth. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And again, the pitch is up and out over the plate. And I don't know how many times I got to say it, but if he's going to miss there, he's not going to be long for this game. 2-2. 2 down. Bottom 3. 2-1 Jays on top after the Hernandez home run. Trey Yesavich trying to get his team back to the plate as Godzilla steps in, calm as ever. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the splitter. Nice job in a much better location as Ohtani goes down, but not before the Dodgers chip into the lead. 2-1 now through 3 as Kike Hernandez says, come on, man, get it going. We'll be back for the fourth. Hang tight now. Top four, friends, we're back as Blake Snell bends a curveball over the outside corner, 0-1, and the obligatory mid-game interview for Miller Time as he looks over to the bow tie and says, "Again, man, I told you, I have a 12-pack left. That'll get me through." Slider away, misses. 1-1. So Miller Time just goes, "Come on, dude. Really? Again with this? Do I really need to talk to you again, Ken? Just get out of here. If you want to do anything for me, go get me a 12-pack of Miller Time. Miller Lite." Ha ha. So, Slider swung on, fouled off, 1-2. He goes, yeah, of course. Yeah, 12, 15 a game, 16. I mean, when it's an 18 inning game, I have to go back into the clubhouse and get an extra 12 pack. But aside from that, I'll be all right with that. As we get a look at the handlebars, leadoff home run must feel nice. 1-2, Snell ahead. Slider in the dirt, 2-2. As he practices his Tai Chi, which apparently Mark Pryor taught him. And we're still talking to Miller Time over here, who seems a little chatty today. And why wouldn't he be? They tied the series up. They're going to be taking it home after tonight's game. 2-2 from Snell on the way. Curveball hit the right field. Hernandez on his horse. He can't get there as it bobbles up over his glove. And Varsho is on his horse and rounding second. He's going to get into third easy. Hernandez pulls it out of there. And good job from Varsho to pick up his third base coach. He was thinking inside the Parker there. I mean, kind of an innocuous play as the ball just kind of not blooped, but hit out to right field. Hernandez comes in on a slide and just not a great effort. I'll just say that. And the ball ricochets up over his glove. Here, we'll get a look at it here. He kind of reaches for it down the line. Hernandez in, slides for it. Poor effort, hits his glove, rolls up into the corner, and it's going to be easy 3 bags there for Varsho. And man, just when you think Snell's kind of struggling, his right fielder just doesn't do him any favors, and you got a leadoff man on third. And now, if you're the Jays, you have to get this run home. Little Ernie Clement, change up away, 1-0. And I would expect little Ernie Clement to get this run home because that's what little Ernie Clement does. And Hernandez can't be happy. He's looking around saying, "Man, everyone's looking at me, aren't they?" Yep, they sure are, because that was not good. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Snell. Fastball swung on, fouled off down the right field line. 1-1 the count. Clement grounded out in the second inning, still hitting 300 in the World Series, 1 RBI. And right here, man on third, no outs, bare minimum, fly ball. Get it to the outfield, get the run home, and get that run back for your young pitcher. Because Savage is going to need every run he can get. As Snell looks in. And here comes a 1-1. Curveball swung on, hit back up the middle, and that should do it. Hernandez grabs it, and here comes the play at the plate as he throws it in, but not even close as Varsho slides in, and well done. Little Ernie Clement gets the job done, fly ball to center field, and just as expected, professional hitter like little Ernie Clement, low T, but big stick, I tell you, as he gets it done, and some guy calls down to the bullpen and says, "Get him ready." As Blake Snell, he looks like he hadn't slept in a week. As Varsho comes in, nice job there. 3-1, the Jays answer back and get the run back that they surrendered in the bottom of the third. As we look at the man that tried to play defense out there. Curveball misses to Barger in the dirt, 1-0. And we keep looking over at Hernandez because that was a huge misplay out there. Nice job, Ernie Clement. 1-0 the count, 1 down, top 4. Slider away, checks his swing. No. 2-0. So again, Snell behind another hitter as Barger 7 for 15, 1 bomb, 5 ribs, having himself a nice World Series. Had a huge put out at the home plate or assist at home plate in Game 3 as he prepares for the 2-0 pitch. Snell kicks. Curveball at the knees, strike 1. Nice 2-0 pitch there from Snell. 2-1. Barger cocks his head to the side and says, "All right, I got him sized up now." 2-1 pitch incoming. In the dirt, 3-1, and yet again, Blake Snell, man, oh man, 57 pitches now. As that pitch count starts to creep, I mean, it's the last start of him for the year. He could throw as many as he needs to throw, but this is not how the Dodgers drew it up. Behind in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fouled down the right field line. Slider. Barger just a touch out front of it, and it's a full count now. And he better be ready for anything because Snell will throw anything in a full count. And the Dodgers fans look nervous, and they should be, because, like I said, this is not how they drew it up. Not a lot of life in LA right now. 3-2 count, and here comes the pitch. Checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. And it's another walk from Snell. Nice at bat from Barger as he works the walk, and he'll be at first base with one down. As we get a look at the skyline as the sun sets, LAPD chopper in full effect. The criminals are squirming around there in the parking lot, but we're in here with the Fox watch along as Isaiah Kiner Falefa is at the plate. And this man needs a hit as bad as anyone. I do not believe he has a hit in the World Series. Fastball, inside corner, strike one, change up rather, 0-1. So top four here, Snell in the stretch again. Jays get that run back. It's 3-1 now as they are about to turn the order over again. Here comes a pitch from Snell. Fastball and a hit down the right field line, but foul. And 0-2. Good job by Snell to get ahead of Falefa. And you would expect him to come after the number 8 hitter. I mean, he should. And there it is there. 0 for 13 for Kiner Falefa in the World Series. 0 for October. And he really needs a hit. Sandy Koufax looks on and says, that would have never happened to me. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, checks his swing. Did he go? They checked down to first, and this time he did go. Nice pitch from Snell. Falefa's retired, and there's 2 down here in the 4th. Good little sequence there. Way to come after him. And Snell's got his man, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Andres Gimenez, as we get some postseason numbers on Snell. 8 2/3 and 8 earned in the World Series, and that is not good, folks. Gimenez, the lefty, 0 for 1 on the day. Here comes the first pitch from Snell. Fastball swung on and missed, and he's just a little behind everything now. Snell got him the first time on the fastball up, and now he's just kind of rearing back and just blowing it by him. 176 in the World Series, but he has had a couple of really, really big RBIs. Good little number 9 hitter. 0-1 pitch. Curveball away, misses. 1-1. And the Dodger fans just seem a little preoccupied, I guess is the word. Something else going on there in LA. Like I said last night, maybe it's something in the water. I don't know. Can't quite put my finger on it. 1-1. 2 down, top 4. Here comes the pitch. Curveball slapped and fouled out of play, 1-2. And I just noticed that the Marlins man is back. And, well, we're not okay with that either, folks. Because this is the kind of guy that chips off thousands of dollars to sit behind the seat and behind the plate in the World Series and sits on his phone the whole time. And, well, that's a travesty. 1-2 count as the Dodger fans try to get rallied up here. Pretty feeble effort, if you ask me, but what do you expect? 1-2 the count. 2 down. In the dirt, he checks his swing. Did he go? They check down to third, and he did. And Snell gets out of it, strikes out the 8th and 9th hitter on check swing. Good job, Blake Snell, to get out of it. But as we look at the Teoscar Hernandez misplay in right, and then the sac fly by little Ernie Clement, the Blue Jays got that run back, and they have a 2-run lead again. It's 3-1 through 3.5. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th in 1 second. Hang tight. Welcome back, friends. Top of the 5th here. 0-1 foul ball down the right field line by Snyder. 3rd time through the lineup for Toronto. As Snell's still out there. 67 pitches on the night. Snyder with the leadoff home run. He does have the mustache, which is mandatory in October, and the trap shooters, which is a great look. And he is ready to go. The 0-1 from Snell. Here it comes. Outside corner, misses with the changeup, 1-1. Let's see if Snell can get it back on the tracks here. He's been a little off, pitching from behind, getting behind hitters, and certainly not going to do it for the Dodgers as Marlins man has moved over a few seats. Swing and a miss at the slider down to a knee, a la George Springer. Nice effort there. That was a George Springer swing right there, and we do love to see that. 1-2, Snell's ahead. But notice the location up in the zone. Not ideal. But 1-2 nonetheless. And you certainly don't want any guys on base ahead of number 27 who's on deck. But let's see what Snell goes with here on the 1-2. Change up, 2-2. Nice idea. As we get a look at George Springer. And hopefully he'll be playing next game because George freaking Springer is pretty awesome. 2-2 the count. Top 5. 3-1 game. Here's the pitch from Snell. Checks his swing on the curveball. Did he go? And no, he did not. And I have noticed a trend that the umpires along the first and third base side are either mafia dons or accountants. Tonight looks like we got a little mafia guy down there. Checks his swing, pretty close. Snell wanted it. Yeah, he probably went there. But maybe the mafia don's got, maybe he's got a nickel on the over. And you never know. Just saying. Full count. Here's a pitch from Snell. Slider misses low and in. And nice little walk from the trap shooter as Snyder trots on down to first. Snell not happy. And I wouldn't be happy either with the man on and big bad Vlad Guerrero Jr. coming to the plate. And I'm not going to say that, but he does have 8 home runs and 27 hits, 15 RBIs in this postseason. And he is one of the, he's pretty awesome. And he's really fun to watch because guy brings an intensity to the game that few do. First pitch from Snell, pick play to first, just to keep him honest. He's back easily. And Snell looks pinched over there as Vlad waits for Snell to get back on the mound, and we are ready to work here. As we are reminded yet again who's in the booth, but you're here with the Blue Collar Broadcast, aren't you? Here comes the pitch from Snell. Changeup outside, strike one. So Marlins man is like talking to anyone that will listen back there, and they're all asking him, dude, how do you get these seats, and why don't you watch the game? And he says, just listen to me talk. Just listen. Here comes the 0-1 from Snell. The pitch swung on and fouled off down the right field line at the slider. 0-2, and good job by Snell to get ahead here. As Vlad resets, redoes his gloves, and says, all right, let's do this. And he is already back in as he digs in. As we await the 0-2 pitch from Blake Snell. 74 pitches now on the night for Snell. He's starting to creep up there. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball swung on, tapped right back to him. He goes to second for one, back to first, in time for two, and nice job, Blake Snell, to get out of it. Well done. He doubles him off. Nice job getting in on the wheelhouse of the big man. And we get a couple Dodger fans that stand up. They like it, and they should like it because that's really, really well done. Look at this pitch. In on the hands, comebacker, over to second for one, back to first for two, and they turn it 1-4-3 on the double play. And he clears the bases. There'll be 2 down here for the number 3 hitter, Bo Bichette. And as mentioned before, Bo Bichette got a nice little stroke. Change up, low and away, ball 1. And Snell he's not happy with the home plate umpire. And I mean, that's a close pitch, but that's probably a ball there. 1-0 the count. Strikeout and the fielder's choice on the night for Bichette. As we wait for Blake Snell. And he is ready. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Change up, outside corner, strike one, 1-1. Nice location again, low and away. As Bichette is ready for the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes from Snell. Slider swung on and hit the left, but it's going to be right at Axl Rose, and that'll end the inning. And good job by Blake Snell to get out of there as he's through 5. And we'll step aside. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. Hang tight now. What you can do is bust this guy in. So here is Hernandez. 1 down, bottom 5. First pitch from Savage. Splitter away, misses, 1-0. Nice take from Hernandez. Nice pitch from Savage. As Muncy paces in the dugout. And Will Smith talks to that guy. Here comes the 1-0. Slider up again, and Hernandez just missed it. Man, oh man, that could have been 2 for 2 there for Hernandez. Not where you want to miss, Trey Savage. As we start to look around at some nervous faces on the LA side, but that man is not nervous because Godzilla's never nervous. 1-1 pitch. Slider on the outside corner, swung on and missed. Much better pitch there. 1-2 the count. And that's the thing. Attack him out there or bust him in. As Hernandez asks for time. And Savage, he's going to work that ball up. Grab that sandpaper out of his back pocket and do it up a little bit. And we are just about ready to go here. As Blake Snell looks over his cheat sheet. Savage ready. The pitch, swing and a miss at the splitter, and he got him. 2 down now. 9th strikeout on the day, and Savage is having himself a little game now. 9 Ks through 5. Wow. As we start to pan the celebrities, and all you can say to that is, who cares? Get out of here. Andy Garcia, there you go. Okay. Joe Torre's there, ready for a nap. Wow. Just wow. First pitch fastball, high. Axl Rose call at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. Line out in the 3rd inning. Playing in place of Pages and hit number 9 in the order. Second at bat here against Savage. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, popped him up. Kirk goes back, but that is going to get into the crowd. Foul ball, 1-1. As the big fella trots on back to home plate. And so far, so good from the umpire behind the plate. Thank you for staying out of our way tonight. As some Dodger fans have to tend to someone that wasn't paying attention to the game and got hit by a ball, and it makes you ask yourself, what the hell are they doing sitting behind home plate if they're not going to watch the game? 1-1 count, bottom 5, 2 down. Jays on top, 3-1. Here comes the pitch from Savage. Splitter, outside corner, strike 2 on the black. Call didn't like it, but all you got to say is swing the bat. 1-2 the count. Savage just about out of this one. As he's gone through, this is the 2nd time through the Dodger order, and he has 9 strikeouts already and having himself quite the evening. Here comes a 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. He spiked a couple of those splitters now and just overthrown them, I guess, but all in all, he doesn't look too bad. I mean, he's about halfway there. And considering this is his last start of the year, I mean, you just got to lay it on the line here. This is it. I suppose there's a world where he pitches in Game 7, if and when, but most likely this is it for him. The 2-2, high, 3-2. Maybe he's getting a little tired now. He's seen him miss with that splitter a few times like that, way up or spiked in the ground. As Axl Rose has worked it full, and we have 3-2 count here. As we wait, I don't know why we keep looking at Pages. The guy doesn't have a hit in October. Swing. Did he check this swing? Did he go? And he did go. The Mafia Don rings him up, and that'll end the 5th inning. And Trey Savage has 10 strikeouts now, 2 times through the Dodgers order. We will be back for the 6th inning. Hang tight, friends. Welcome back, friends. Top of the sixth we go. Blake Snell still on the mound. Last start of the season for him. He'll go all night long. First pitch to Kirk, up and in, and he missed. That was a close pitch. Fastball up and in, 1-0. Alejandro Kirk with a single in the first. Absolute favorite of the blue collar broadcast. Here comes the 1-0. Changeup. Misses low, 2-0. As Kirk can work a count with the best of them. And he's going to make Snell work, that's for sure. Snell up to 80 pitches now. Here comes a 2-0. Fastball inside corner, strike one. Looked a lot like the first pitch, 2-1. Snell been a little irked by the zone, but all in all, he's done a pretty good job to keep it on the rails here. Here comes a 2-1 from Snell. Fastball swung on and missed. Up and in, 2-2. And Kirk just kind of waved at that one as Snell has even the count. Kirk will step out and rearrange his glove as we get ready. Snell looks into his little cheat sheet there and says, okay, now I got it and I'm ready to go. And both pitchers been keeping a pretty good pace here. Here comes a 2-2 from Snell. Fastball inside corner, 3-2. Just missed off the inside and a full count here. Snell shakes his head like, man, I just missed that. And it was close, but not close enough. 3-2 as Dalton Varsho prepares on deck. Here comes a pitch from Snell. Change up, swung on, hit down the third base line. Muncy grabs it, throws to first. Short hops Hoffman, but the lack of speed at Kirk gave him enough time to make that play. Nice job by Muncy to get a glove on it. And I don't really know what happened on the throw, but as we're getting a little replay of the series here, Game 2, Yamamoto with the complete game gem. Game 3, the Freeman walk-off in 18. Epic, epic game there. And then last night, Game 4, the Jays just came and they just beat them. They were just a better team last night. And we're all knotted up. First pitch from Snell, fastball off the inside corner, misses 1-0. And honestly, this has been an excellent series, back and forth, really, really tight. Even this game, this is a great game. Pitchers duel so far, but not in hand, that's for sure. The 1-0, nice slider away, 1-1, waved at by Varsho. Not in hand. I mean, one big inning, they get Savage out of the game and into the bullpen. There's some shaky arms out there in the Jays bullpen. I mean, a lot of game left here. Top six, one down. Here comes the pitch inside, 2-1. Four-seamer. Snell still lighting it up at 97. As we get another look at Marlins man back there, and he just hasn't stopped talking. I mean, he'll just talk to anyone. Now he's moved over a couple seats to the left, and he's just looking for a friend back there at this point. 2-1. Inside, misses with the changeup, 3-1. And as he has done in previous innings, Snell now pitching from behind, and that's never a good thing, as there's punch all the way through this Jays order. Here comes a 3-1 to Varsho. Slider outside corner, nice pitch from Snell. Takes some stones to throw that on 3-1 as he gets ready for the 3-2 pitch here. 89 pitches on the day. Got to wonder how much more he's got left in the tank. The 3-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and hit to right field, but right at Hernandez. Looked like pretty good off the bat, but just not a whole lot on that one. And Snell's gotten out of it 5 2/3 inning now as we prepare for the next hitter to come to the plate. Getting some Trey Savage stats here, 10 Ks through 5. What an effort by the rookie. As he's alone in the dugout, like he should be, preparing for his inning. And it's little Ernie Clement, first pitch swinging at the changeup, waves at it, 0-1. Little Ernie Clement, 0 for 1 on the day, did have the sac fly. As here comes the pitch from Snell. Swung on, hit to the right side. Freeman slides and nabs it, and he'll take it himself, and that'll end the inning as Snell completes the sixth. Nice little glove work over there by Freeman as he goes to a knee, and ooh, man, looks like he might have dodged a bullet there. He just kind of flailed at that one, and I don't even know if he was looking at it, but he got it done, and Snell's through 6. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Hang tight. Bottom six, friends. Third time through the order for Trey Yesavich. Welcome back to the Blue Collar Broadcast. 3-1. Jays on top. Bottom six. Game 5. Pivotal game here as Yesavich prepares to go against Godzilla. Sandy Koufax looks on and says, "Damn it, I wish that guy played for the Dodgers." Splitter up. And again, not a great location. Ohtani lets it go 1-1. As we get another look at Sandy Koufax, and he just says, "Man, oh man, please do not let us lose." 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed at the slider low and in, 1-2. And Savage has pitched Ohtani pretty well. I will say he's left some pitches out over the plate. But the big man hasn't gotten a hold of one, but as soon as you say that, you just got to be careful. That's why everyone's filming like this clown right here. Trying to get a look, trying to get a live shot of a Godzilla home run. Swung on, hit the right, laser beam, Barger down to the dive. Nice glove work by the young man out there in right. Fully outstretched, backhand dive. Well done by Barger. And Ohtani trots back to the dugout, empty-handed. Laser beam to right, down, man. Nice play, Addison Barger. And that's the second big defensive play that guy's made in LA. And the Dodger fans can't believe it. They say, "Why can't our right fielder do that?" And you say, well, that's why Toronto got rid of Teoscar Hernandez. As there's one down here in the bottom of the sixth, and that'll bring up Will Smith, the catcher. Splitter is up again, but out over the plate, 0-1. And Will Smith leans back to the ump and says, "That was high." And the ump says, "Just hit." 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Savage. Splitter again swung on a miss in a much better location. 0-2. He's ahead of Smith. And Smith 0 for 2 on the day and well on his way to an 0-3. As the Toronto Blue Jays can start to smell it now. They looking mighty calm out there in the field as they are knocking on the door of taking a decisive game as Savage strikes out Smith with the slider in the dirt. 11 strikeout on the day. And man, oh man, this rookie really came to play today, folks. That's his 11th K now through 5 2/3 inning on the road in Dodger Stadium against the National League All-Star team. This is really, really impressive stuff. This is some tall cotton here, boy, where he is. I mean, he is alone now. This is really, really impressive. Here's the pitch to Betts, slider away, waved at and fouled off, 0-1. And there's an APB out for Mookie Betts, man, because this guy needs a hit in a major, major way. As they show now, Don Newcomb, 1949, World Series rookie record tied. I mean, doesn't take a genius to know that he's throwing a gem. Slider outside corner, 0-2. And he is one pitch away from having another 1-2-3 inning. 2 Ks on the day for Mookie Betts, 321. Savage shakes him off. Nope. He's only got 2 pitches and he shook him off 3 times. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside with the fastball, 1-2. Marlins man, in typical fashion, puts his visor out to the right like a clown and goes back to his phone. He's playing Block Blast, and he's not even watching a great World Series. He's missed 3 epic games in LA. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt, 2-2. So Mookie Betts evens the count here at 2-2 as Freddie Freeman waits on deck. And the Dodgers really got to get something going because, I mean, outside of the mistake to Hernandez, it's been just zeros through and through. As the 2 older pitchers look and talk to each other and go, "I was never that good at 22." And Savage goes, "I know." As he prepares for battle here, 2-2, he is on the bump, and here it comes. Slider swung on, hit to third, glove by little Ernie Clement, throws over to first in time, and Savage retires him 1-2-3. He is through 6. The Jays fans love it, and they can taste it, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting close. We are getting close. We'll be back for the 7th. Guessing that's his folks there, and they got to be pretty pumped. Pretty cool. Hang tight. We'll be back for the 7th. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. Top of the 7th inning. Blake Snell out, still there. 92 pitches, squaring off against Addison Barger. Marlins Matt, visor to the side, typical fashion. 1-0 the count. Jays are up 3-1. Addison Barger 1 for 1 on the day. Here comes a 1-0 pitch from Snell. Slider away, and he gets it. He gets the call. 1-1. As Enriquez gets ready in the pen, flamethrower ready to come in. As Snell is approaching 100 pitches here. Here's the 1-1. Slider away again, 2-1, as he falls off the mound and retrieves the ball. Addison Barger, great play in the bottom of the 6th there, laying out for the ball. Let's see if he can do something at the plate. Single and a walk on the day. As Snell gets himself a new ball, and we will wait for him to get ready. And he is at the belt. And here comes the pitch, the 2-1. Swung on, fouled back. Smith gives it a chance, but it goes up into the seats, 2-2. And now it's I mean, what do we got? 9 outs left here for Dave Robertson crew. And yeah, I mean, anyone on base here, and Snell's gone for sure. And the offense really just needs to, they need something. So here comes a 2-2. Swung on, hit to the third base side, down the line. As Muncy was playing off the line, Axel Rose over to get it, cuts it off. Going to keep him to a single. And nice job, just give him what's taken. They throw him. Let's get another look at that, because he just kind of squid one down the line at third, but Muncy was well over there playing him to pull. And I mean, if Alex calls on over there, he could have had 2, but nice job getting over to get that ball into the infield and hold him to a single. But the leadoff man is on again here. Snell into the stretch. I'd imagine he's got to be coming out of this game. It is a number 8 hitter, so we'll see what happens here. Wonder if they do the bunt again with Falefa. Here comes a pitch from Snell, and yeah, he squares the bunt. High, ball 1, fastball, 1-0. As Marlon Man just plugs away at his phone. Falefa 0 for 14 in the series. Really got to get something going here. Muncy in at third, and double play depth there up the middle at short and second. As Snell is at the belt, and here comes the 1-0. He squares the bunt again. And man, what is with these guys not getting the bunt down? He just stabs at a fastball away and just hits it foul. I just don't get it. Like, just put the damn bat over the plate, and just, oh man. Third base coach puts the signs on, and Falefa's back in. It's 1-1 now. 99 pitches for Snell as he is at the belt and ready to go. Here comes the 1-1 from Snell. Falefa squares again, and he lets it go. Fastball outside corner. Nice pitch from Snell, 1-2. Freeman was crashing on it. And it's 1-2 now. Curious to see if they still have him go with the bunt. I just really can't get over the fact that a Major League Baseball player can't get a bunt down. I mean, it's really puzzling. And it's not the first time we've seen it, which is what makes it so head-scratching. Pick play to first. Maybe trying to just get a sense if he's going to square or not. As Snell is ready. And the 1-2 on its way to Kiner Falefa. Snell's at the belt. And here it comes. He does not square to bunt. It's in the dirt. Smith blocks it. It's out in front of the plate. But Barger running on the plate gets down to second, and well done. And man, just as good as a bunt. Tough luck there for Will Smith. I mean, he did a good job blocking it, but he just couldn't get his eye on it. As we get another look at it. Slider well out in front of the plate. Just a good job to block it, but it bounces up in front of the batter, and he just couldn't tell. As you're looking around, couldn't spot it, and man on second now. And a ground ball to the right side gets Barger over to third, and that would be just what the doctor ordered for the Jays. Let's see if Falefa can come through. Here's the pitch. Slider again in the dirt. Smith blocks it. Good job. And it's 3-2 now. And it kind of makes you wonder how much longer Blake Snell's going to be out there, as he's over 100 pitches now. I mean, again, it is his last, outing of the day, but Enrique looks like he's probably lubed up and ready to go back down there in the Dodger pen. And here comes the 3-2. Swung on and tapped to the short. Betts on the backhand throws to first on the run. Nice play, nice strong throw, and he got him. And Kiner Falefa, man, oh man, would love to hit that to second base and get him over to third, but as the Dodgers fans have some major heartburn brewing now, and they can kind of taste it, as this series is definitely heading back to Toronto, and they do not want to be, back against the wall facing elimination in Game 6. But we are almost there. Top of the seventh inning, one down, 3-1 Jays, man on second. Blake Snell still out there. Andres Gimenez, the lefty, up. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Healthy diet of fastballs to Gimenez, and he's been late on him all day. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. And why would you go away from it at this point? He's proven that he can't hit it. As the oven mitt is out at second for Barger, here comes the 0-1 fastball, 1-1, up and away. And we'll do it again. As Gimenez starts to regroup there, steps out to think a little bit. Blake Snell on the slab, and he has his pitch, and he is at the belt. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball, checks his swing. Did he go? They don't even bother to check. 2-1. And I guess you got to keep him honest, but at this point, why would you go away from the heat? As trap shooters on deck. 2-1 to Gimenez. Snell, likely his last batter. One down here, top of the seventh inning. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Nice location from Snell, waved at by Gimenez. And he is one pitch away from getting Gimenez for the third time, as Dave Roberts is doing some signage out to the bullpen there. 2-2 count here. Top seventh. 3-1 Jays. Barger at second. Gimenez at the plate. Blake Snell is ready to work. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. He kicks. Swung on, hit to the right side. Foul. Slider. Left that one out over the plate. And again, why not go back to the fastball? Gimenez has not proven he can hit it. He's been late on it all night. He's obviously not picking it up. Up and in fastball. 108 pitches now for Snell. 2-2. As he gets a new ball and we're ready to go, he toes the slab. As Nathan Lukes grabs the bat, we get a look at Sam Crow, the bullpen or the pitching coach. Pick play to second, throws down there. Really weird play. Ball 4 to Gimenez as he skipped it in there. Nice job by Mookie Betts to keep that from going into center field. Really strange. So we get another look at this. Smith tries to throw behind the runner down there at second. I mean, he didn't really have much of a lead, and he totally short hopped his man, and Betts was lucky to stay in front of it as Barger got back safely. Oh, sorry. It was okay. 3-2 pitch here now. Curveball up in the zone. He misses ball 4. Gimenez works the walk, and you'll have runners on first and second, one down. And Dave Roberts just looking down as Mark Prior comes out, talks to Dave Roberts, and let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, I guess, are they going to leave him in? Interesting call as the Tai Chi continues now. As Mark Prior comes out to talk to him and says, I never went this long when I pitched. I used to get shelled all day. As we look at John Olerud now. And the meeting on the mound, Prior covers his mouth and everyone looks and says, there's no kind of advice that guy could offer. As the umpire talks to Snyder, he goes, I like those trap shooters. He goes, yeah, really cool, thanks. As Snyder prepares and the ump walks out and says, all right, we're good here. And Smith trots back, and they are going to stick with Snell here. Snell goes to the rosin bag, and I don't understand why they wouldn't just bring in the big flamethrower. You got the righty on righty matchup, and you got Vlad on deck. The guy throws like 105 miles an hour out there. But they are sticking with Snell, and we'll see if it comes back to bite him now. It is his last outing of the year, and we'll see. But here's his first pitch to Snyder. He kicks. Changeup, outside corner, strike one. Nice pitch from Snell. 0-1. Ahead in the count, and a lot easier to pitch from ahead. And he is already there and ready to work, moving quickly. As Snyder digs in and waits for the 0-1. Here it comes. Ooh, changeup out over the plate. 0-2. Caught Snyder. And Snyder knows he let one go there. Lot of plate there. Lot of plate. And he is behind 0-2. And now it's anybody's guess what he's going to throw. We'll see if he goes back to the curveball low below the zone or the high heat. As Snell looks at his bingo card and says, I got it. Here we go. 0-2 on the way. Man on first and second, one down, top of the seventh. Really, really getting late here. Dodgers are running out of outs. Snell has got to have it here. Here comes the 0-2. Low slider, low and in. He wanted it, but just below the knees there. Nice pitch, nice 0-2 pitch there. Good idea. Nice take from Snyder. A little close to take that. I mean, that's a close pitch, but nice consistency from the ump not to ring him up there. Got to tip your cap to him there as the 1-2 is on its way. And here it comes from Snell. Slider again, low, blocked by Smith. Trickles up the first base line, and Barger hustles over to third. You got runners on the corner now. Nice job by Barger on the to get to third base on the bouncing ball. Here you go. Smith blocks it, but it kicks off to the right up the first base line. And here's a good look at Barger. He notices it right away, and on his secondary lead is able to get over to third. And a fly ball now makes it 4-1. And man, oh man, runs were at a premium tonight for the Dodgers as they've only got one across against you, Savage. And Dave Roberts is finally up off his perch, and he is interested in this game because it is slipping away. Here comes the 2-2, low in the dirt, 3-2 with the slider. And big, big pitch right here. You do not want to load the bases for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Just a thought, Dodgers. So if you're Snyder here, you know it's coming in. You know they do not want to walk you to face Vlad. Snell will go to anything, so curious to see what he attacks him with here. Here comes a 3-2. Big pitch on the way. Swung on and missed at the changeup, and that is such a good pitch in that moment. Wow. Blake Snell, that is really, really well done there. That takes a lot of grapes to throw that pitch there. As Dave Roberts finally shimmies out of the dugout. But man, oh man, nice job by Blake Snell. Really got to tip your cap to him. I mean, he made the two mistakes early as some clown stands up and celebrates him, but that's a pretty good outing there from Blake Snell. I mean, he got bested by the rookie, but man, what a pitch when he had to have it. Really, really good. We'll stand down for a second as Enriquez will come out of the pen. We'll be right back. Hang tight, friends. We're back, friends. Blake Snell is out, responsible for runners at the corner, 6 2/3 inning. Not a bad outing for Snell. He hung tough the entire time as the flamethrowers in to face Vlad. High fastball, 99, zipping up and in on the big righty. Edgardo Enriquez, 19 innings pitched, 2.37 ERA. And the regular season in 2 games, 2 innings pitched, 1 earned run in the postseason. Guerrero had the home run in the first inning. Here comes the 1-0 from Enriquez. High leverage spot here. Got to have this one here for the Dodgers. Swung on and missed 100 miles an hour up at the belt, and Vlad just missed it, and he thinks, yeah, I got him now. 1-1, 2 down here, top of the 7th. Enriquez, last time out, he was throwing 102, 103 miles an hour over and over again. Guy's got a really, really live arm. And this is about as big a moment as he's ever been in. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, 2-1, and Vlad, easy take for him, it looked like. And I'd say he's got him sized up about now. 2-1 the count. Jimenez at first, Barger at third, top of the 7th. Jays with the 2-run lead. Big, big moments, and the Dodgers got to have it here. Here comes the 2-1 from Enriquez. The pitch. Slider up and in, misses, 3-1. And if you're Enriquez, I mean, I don't know if you want to load the bases. It's not like it gets any easier with Bichette, but man, as we get a look at a man bun there in the Dodgers bullpen or dugout, not surprised. That's just Savage is pacing and ready to get back out there for the bottom of the 7th. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, and Vlad just missed it, 3-2. Man, oh man, Vlad has got him sized up now, and this is going to be a fun pitch here, and biggest pitch of the night here for the Dodgers. As I keep saying, they have to have this one here. You cannot let this game get away from you. Your Savage has been rolling. The Dodgers, outside of the Hernandez home run, have really offered nothing in the way of offense. And if they slip behind another run here, I mean, or more, it's not looking too pretty. Enriquez is at the belt. The Dodger fans are on their feet, and here comes a 3-2 pitch to Vlad. Outside, and he missed it, ball 4, and it's a wild pitch, and it's going to score a run, and that is just not good, folks. Slider up and away, gets away from Smith. Enriquez overthrew it. I'd like to get another look at it and see if Smith had a chance, as your Savage loves it. He's got a 3-run lead now. Nice job, Barger, getting over to third there. Here we get another look. And yeah, that's just a massive overthrow, wild pitch. Barger scores easily. Man, not good. Not good. Not good at all. Tough spot for Enriquez. Oh, and Dave Roberts doesn't like it. Don't see too much emotion out of him. Dodger fans don't like it. I mean, tough spot. And he's not out of it yet. Runner on second still. And a tough out in Bichette here. Here comes the first pitch from Enriquez. Fastball, 99 on the black, 0-1. And Bichette, like I said, one of the few guys in the league, in today's league, that hits over 300. Has a nice tight stroke, 4 for 14 in the series as he prepares for the 0-1 pitch from Enriquez. Here it comes. Low and in. Fastball, 1-1. As Enriquez snaps the glove back and says, damn it, I can't believe I did that. Well, you did, and you're not out of it yet, so bear down. 1-1 here, top 7, 4-1 now, Jays. 2 outs. That run's going to be charged to Blake Snell, and that'll close the book on him. Here comes a pitch. Outside. Fastball. 2-1. And Enriquez seems to be overthrown a bit now. As Smith wanted that one in, and it was up and away. He had to reach across his body. Hit off his glove. I mean, man, just a really, really bad sequence all around for the Dodgers. Really, really tough. Had some good defense in game 3, but it's kind of let him get away from him here in game 5. Slider up, ball, 3-1, and he's behind again. And now the question is, how long do you stay with Enriquez? Because you can't afford to give up any more runs. And this guy does not seem capable of the moment. It just doesn't seem like he's really overthrown here. And Bichette in the driver's seat. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on and hit the right field. That's going to get down, and that's probably going to score a run. Hernandez up with it. Here comes Jimenez, and he just throws it into third, and it's 5-1 now, Jays. Man, oh man, big bad Vlad over to third. Nice hit, Bo Bichette. And that's what happens when you get behind a professional hitter. You got to lay it in there. And nice job, Bo Bichette. 5-1 Jays. And this is not good for the Dodgers. They cannot like this. Look at as we get a pitch here. Fastball right out over the middle. I mean, it's coming in there at 100, but he's a major league hitter for a reason as he just saws it off and just knocks it into right field. Base hit. Hernandez, no play at the plate and just sends it into third to try and get something there. Vlad gets over to third. And man, Mark Pryor's out again. Tough spot here for the Dodgers. Still not out of it. Top of the seventh, 2 outs. The oven mitt is out for Bo Bichette. And look who it is. The Blue Collar Broadcast favorite player, Alejandro Kirk, at the plate. Game 6 probables. Yamamoto, who spun the gem in Game 2, and Kevin Gossman. Look at that. Should be a great game. We're not quite there yet, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And Yamamoto will probably throw 200 pitches. The guy was absolutely diamonds in Game 2. Enrique's still in there to face the big fella. Here comes the first pitch to Kirk. Curveball up, and he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Looks like he wanted it. I mean, it is a high pitch. Starts breaking at his neck and his chest high. As Kirk is ready to work here. 353 in the series. 2 bombs, 6 ribs. And Enriquez better be careful with my man because he could break this game wide open. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. He's at the belt. In the dirt. 2-0. 100 miles an hour on the fastball there. And Enriquez is really, really sweating now, boy. I mean, and he better be careful with the wild pitch because the wild pitch scores another run. And it's a 4-run deficit now. And this game is really starting to slide away from LA here. And Kirk could really just put this out of reach as Marlins man seems to be really engaged in that block blast there. Here's the pitch. Slider away. 3-0. And he hasn't proven that he can throw a strike, and the home plate umpires is not going to help him at all. As Sam Crow talks to Savage and says, "Don't you dare fall behind a hitter. I'll take your cut." And here we go. 3-0 to Kirk. I wonder if they give the big man the green light. Here comes a 3-0 from Enriquez. The pitch. High fastball, ball 4, up, close. But again, if you've proven you can't throw a strike, you're not going to get any pitches. And Roberts is out, and that's going to do it for Enriquez. And tough outing for Enriquez. Came in a really, really tough spot and he just couldn't get it right. As we're going to step aside for just a second, as it looks like it's Banda, but we'll confirm when we come back. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. Bases are loaded. Top of the 7th. Banda out of the pen. First pitch to Dalton Varsho. Fastball inside corner 0-1. Anthony Banda, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 5 earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks through 6 in the postseason. Did give up the pinch hit granny to Barger. Here is the 0-1. Away with the fastball, 1-1. As Ohtani waits. Cool little Bucky shirt back there for all you Texas and Florida heads. 1-1 the count. 2 down, top 7. Dodgers got to have it here. Big, big moment here for Banda. Needs to get something going. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on, hit up the middle. Edmonds got it, goes to second, and that will retire the side. Nice job by Anthony Banda to get it done. But not before the damage is done. Wild pitch here, wild pitch over there, and it's starting to unravel on the Dodgers. Blake Snell, body language, man. They're down 4. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th. Hang tight now. Getting late for the Dodgers here. Hang tight. Welcome back for the bottom of the seventh as Trey Yesavage steps back out there, spinning a gem here in game 5. And he is ahead of Freddie Freeman 0-2, 0-2 on the foul ball. Freeman hit by a pitch, but other than that, 0 for 1 on the day. It is getting late in LA as they are down to their final 9 outs. Here's the pitch, a high fastball, misses 1-0. Marlins man seems content as Miles Jack Straw from Wichita is out there in left field. Yesavage is ready, and here comes the 1-2. Splitter swung on and missed, and he got him. Man, oh man, 12th strikeout. Freeman retired, and Yesavage is really knocking on the door now because he only needs 5 more outs from, 7 more to 8. Nice math. To get out of this, but man, 6 1/3 so far, 12 strikeouts. I mean, this is an all-time performance right now from the rookie as Freeman walks back in disgust. And that'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. High fastball misses 1-0. Hernandez 1 for 2 on the day. As we get another look at Miller time, been a while since we've seen him. Seems pretty subdued over there in the Jays dugout. Splitter outside corner 1-1. As Miller time says, get them up, get them ready just in case. As Dominguez and Fluharty get ready. Here comes a 1-1 from Yesavage. Fastball swung on, fouled off 1-2, and he is ahead of Teoscar Hernandez with 1 down here in the 7th inning. And man, oh man, Trey Yesavage, 1 for the ages here. 2-2 series, game 5, and he's coming out, and he has absolutely been dominant tonight, folks. Slider waved at, hit down the third base line. Looks like it's going to be an infield single. Little Ernie Clement picks it up and just tosses it back to Yesavage. Swinging bunt for Hernandez, but he's on base, and it's something for the Dodgers. It's been a while since they had a man on base, and it will get Yesavage into the stretch, and he does have 97 pitches, and the Jays bullpen is hittable. So even though it's getting late, I mean, there's still some game left here. So you Jays fans out there, just simmer down and see this one through now. Yesavage in the stretch. Tommy Edman at the plate. Here comes the pitch. First pitch slider up, strike 1. Now, Enriquez wasn't getting that in the top of the inning, but he was all over the place. And Yesavage has been in the zone all night long. So I kind of get it, but that was up. Here comes the 0-1 to Edman. Slider. Oh, man, nice pitch. Swung on a missed 0-2, and a much better location there. And he's ahead of Edman again. And if he can get one of them splitters, I'd expect a splitter low in the zone here. And he's either going to wave at it and miss or roll it over for a potential double play. Let's see what Yesavage goes with here as he is fully dialed in here. Bottom 7, 1 down. Man on first. Yesavage hit the belt. Here comes the pitch. Slider low and away. 1-2. Nice waist pitch. And Kirk back there trying to fake the high cheese as Edman digs in, thinking, man, I got to get the bat on the ball here. Hernandez at first. 1-2, bottom 7. Here comes the pitch. Splitter low. 2-2. Nice block by Kirk. 101 pitches now on the day for Yesavage. But likely his last game of the year. I suppose in a pinch he could be used in a potential game 7. But he's going to lay it on the line tonight as this is a massive game. And he is throwing quite the gem. Here comes the pitch. Up. Ball 3. Slider missed well up out of the zone. And nice job by Edman to work the count back to full. Max Muncy on deck, also 0 for 2 on the day. Big moment here for LA. Got to have something. As Miller time is on his feet now. Yesavage hit the belt. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on and fouled off. Slider in at the hands. And we'll do it again. As Yesavage gets a new ball. Breathes into his hand and he is ready to work. Says, nope, I need another one. Miller time talks to Sam Crow and says, man, oh man, it's Miller time. Full count here. Dodger fans on their feet, some clowns on the phone. Got the little Jays fans there. The rally caps are out in LA. as the Dodger fans are finally noticing that there's a game here. Slider swung on, hit to third base. He goes to second for one, back to first, in time for two, and he got the double play. And the young guy coaxes the 5-4-3, and that was really, really big for the Jays. Man, we're through seven, and the Dodgers can feel it now. The Jays fans can feel it. Little Ernie Clement over to second, back to first. Nice turn there, and they love it, and they should love it because they are 6 outs away from being on the doorstep of the World Series, folks. We will be back for the eighth inning. Hang tight now. Welcome back, baseball fans. Top of the eighth inning. Anthony Banda still on in relief, 0-1, as Savage is giving his round, saying thank you to everyone. Great outing from the youngin. Ernie Clement fouls one down the third base line, 0-2 the count. And what can you say about Trey Savage? But man, what an outing. The double play to get out of the seventh inning, 12 strikeouts, absolutely incredible Game 5 performance. I mean, one for the history books here. It has been really, really fun to watch as Banda throws the pitch back 0-2. I mean, he had him off balance, and he was up in the zone a lot too. But man, just nothing. And when he needed the strikeout pitch, he got it. The splitter was there the whole time. He spotted the fastball really well throughout, in and out, up and down, as Banda pitches the 0-2. Swung on up the middle, base hit, little Ernie Clement. You cannot leave pitches over the plate to little Ernie Clement because he will do just that. And this guy's usually on base. I mean, really, really tough out. Short stroke, right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there by little Ernie Clement. And as has been the trend throughout the game, Man on base for Toronto and nothing doing for the Dodgers as Banda surrenders a leadoff single. Top of the 8th here, getting late in LA. Addison Barger at the plate. Here comes a pitch from Banda. Fastball outside corner, strike one, 0-1. And Addison Barger, 2 singles on the day with a walk and a run. And of course, he did hit the pinch hit granny off of this man right here, Anthony Banda, who has to do his best to keep this a 4-run game. Gets the pitch on the outside corner, fastball, 0-2. Nice pitch from Banda. A little fortunate with the call, but good pitch nonetheless. Not my brand of mustache, but he is wearing the October mustache, and I respect that. He also is wearing the trap shooters. 0-2 the count to Barger. Banda at the belt. Here it comes. Pick play to first. Keep him honest over there. And we'll. As Miller Time paces a little bit and just says, man, I can taste it now. As Banda's ready. And here comes the 0-2 pitch to Barger. He kicks. Slider, low and away, squibs away from Smith, and little Ernie Clement hustles down to second. And Will Smith's having himself a tough time behind home plate tonight. And nothing seems to be working for LA. Can't get the bats going. The gloves aren't doing it. The bullpen's not doing it. Blake Snell hung tough, but he's not doing it. And it's just not really clicking today for the Dodgers. And that is not what you want in Game 5 of the World Series. And because your back is about to be against the wall up in Toronto. Here comes a 1-2. Swung on, hit to the right side. Nice job by Barger. That'll get little Ernie Clement to third with one down to set up the sac fly. And man, here you go, Trey Bien. Here's all his accolades here. Second youngest MLB history with 10 plus Ks, no hits in 5 1/3. First rookie with 10 Ks, 12 strikeouts tonight, rookie World Series record. What an outing from the young fella. I mean, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the guy's been in the league for like a month, and he just mowed down the NL All-Star team in their house in a must-have game. I mean, incredible. Falefa, single to left, first hit of the World Series for the number 8 hitter, and it's 6-1. And the hits keep coming for the Powder Blues as Anthony Banda just continues. Man, the struggles out of the pen, really, really rough. The Jays fans are celebrating. There's still some game left, and there's still some series left, so don't get ahead of yourself. But man, this is not looking good if you're a Dodger fan. As we get the big brother Cam from behind the plate, slapped into left field. First hit for Kiner Falefa. Good for him to get off the snide there. And all Axl Rose can do is flip it in as Andres Jimenez is up. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. And it looked like Falefa was running on the play. Why not? The more the merrier here. 5-run ball game, top of the 8th, one down. And the Dodgers at this point, I don't think you can hit a 5-run homer, so you got to do something. But man on first, one down. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to left. Axl Rose is in there. He's under it. He's got it. 2 down. Nice job from Banda to retire Jimenez. As Falefa hurries back to first, and that'll turn the order over as Jack Straw from Wichita will get his first at bat. And defensive replacement, not much of a stick, but you never know. And at this point, 5-run game, you grab the biggest bat in the rack and you swing out of your shoes, George Springer style. Just try and get into one here. As Jack Straw from Wichita is 0 for 7 with 3 Ks in the World Series, and he could use a hit himself. Here comes a first pitch from Banda, pick play to first. Falefa back easily. And we will await the first pitch to Straw. And he's ready. He digs in against Banda, who has his pitch. He is at the belt. Here it comes. Fastball up and away, 1-0. And as I've mentioned now, 6 outs left for the Dodgers as Seranthony Dominguez gets ready in the pen. He got touched up a little bit in the third, game 3. Banda at the bell here, 1-0 count, top 8, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Slider outside corner misses 2-0. And Banda's starting to sweat a little bit out there. And he needs out of there quick. He looks in and has his pitch. He is ready to go. Here comes the 2-0. Up and away, 3-0. And this you cannot have. I mean, damage has been done. You just need to get out of there. I mean, and this is the second pitcher in a row out of the Dodgers pen that has struggled to find the strike zone, and looks like the life has been completely sucked out of this team. Here comes a 3-0. Fastball and Falefa steals second, and he stole that on Banda on movement, and it was easy. Decent enough throw from Smith, but easy steal there from Kiner Falefa, and he's in scoring position now. And a little bingo here is going to make this a 7-run game, as Miller Time says, let's just pile it on and just bury this team. And can't say I blame him. Lot of pop in that Dodger order. And, with the Savage likely coming out, and it looks like Dominguez coming, you never know. But here's the pitch. Straw swings on it and fouls it off the right field, first base side, but back into the crowd, and we will do it again. 3-2 as Banda retrieves a new ball. But, yeah, it says Game 6 here is Friday, and it's going to be in Toronto. And that is going to be an elimination game, potentially. And likely Yamamoto going for the Dodgers, which is exactly what they need because he's hands down their best starting pitcher. 3-2 the count here. 2 down, top of the 8th. The pitch from Banda. Fastball swung on, popped him up on the infield, and that's going to do it unless Freeman screws it up again. He's under it. Ooh, man, it's always scary when he's going. And that'll do it. Banda gets out of it. But they add another run, and it is 6-1 Jays now. And it's getting pretty late in LA. Dodgers down 5. We'll be back for the 8th. Hang tight. Bottom eight, friends. We are back. First pitch from Sir Anthony Dominguez. Fastball inside corner to Muncy. 0-1, 97 in on the hands. So that closes the book on Savage. And the rookie with an absolute gem. 7 strong innings. Changeup in at the inside corner. 0-2. Muncy doesn't like it. And he's been pretty bent all game, Max Muncy. But at some point, you just got to swing the damn bat. 0-2 pitch on the way from Dominguez. Splitter again, hit over to the right side. Glove by Vlad, flipped over to Dominguez. Nice little play from Guerrero, and one down. Made it look easy, went to the backhand. Nice job covering by Dominguez in time to get him. And the Dodgers, as the tick-tock starts to continue, or starts in earnest now, 5 outs remaining before they are going to be facing elimination in Toronto. As we get a look around, oh wow, that's what's his name? The quarterback played for USC, right? Here comes Kike Hernandez, the lone bright spot for the Dodger order, the home run. Only blemish on Yosavich as he fouls away a fastball. 0-1. 1-2 with the solo home run in the third. 278, 7 RBIs in the postseason for Hernandez. As we get a look at Clayton Kershaw, and yep, just what we expected. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, outside corner fastball. 98 on the black, 0-2 now. Nice job by Dominguez coming after him, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do when you have a 5-run lead. Don't mess around, get out there, throw strikes, use your defense. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider away, and he got him. Oh, man, 3-pitch strikeout. Nice job, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and there's 2 down. As we get a Clayton Kershaw highlight because he got 1 out in the 12th inning, and everyone wants to crown him as some kind of champion. And we get it. He had a great career, but the guy threw 8 pitches in the game, and yeah. And anyways, Sandy Koufax looks on and goes, "I was way better than Kershaw." Fastball away, 1-0. Axel Rose call at the plate, number 12, the left fielder, as Sandy Koufax is being split screened with Clayton Kershaw. And yeah, I mean, all you got to say is thanks a lot, Fox. Fastball away, 2-0. As Call takes it here, the number 9 hitter. The Dodgers will have the top of the order coming up after this, but man, oh man, they're really running out of real estate here as Godzilla's on deck. The pitch from Dominguez at the knees, strike 2-1 as he goes back to the mound. Call digs in and is ready to work here. Has his little do-rag there. 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner. Didn't get the call. 3-1. Tight there. Looked like a pretty decent pitch. As we look around Dodger Stadium, and we keep going back to Sandy Koufax, but the only thing I can say right now is the Jays are on the doorstep of taking the lead here. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. Call didn't like it. Close pitch, and it's a full count. Call was looking for the walk, and the umpire just says, "Swing the damn bat, dude. Here you go." Probably low, but he's been calling it most of the day. Big brother Cam says, "Why not?" 3-2. As a little Dodger kid says, "What's going on back there?" 3-2 pitch. Sir Anthony Dominguez is ready. He is at the belt. Here it comes. Slider, fastball inside corner, just missed, and he walked him. And you do not want to be putting guys on base ahead of Shohei Ohtani. And the last time he faced Ohtani, he bombed one over the left center field wall in Game 3 in the marathon game. As Sam Crow comes out of the bullpen to talk to him and ask him, "What the hell is your problem? Why would you walk the number 9 hitter ahead of Shohei Ohtani? Only an idiot would do that." And he says, "Well, sorry, Sam Crow. I let one get away." And he squeezed me on that one pitch. As Ohtani prepares for battle here, and we look around, but at least we're done with Kershaw and Koufax because, like I said, nothing says Fox or LA, kind of like zeroing in on LA Dodger pitchers greats of all time when they're about to lose the game. I mean, it really, we understand, we get it, but come on, there's a time and a place for everything. As Hoffman starts to warm up down in the Jays pen, he is their reliever. And one good thing going for the Jays here is Ohtani cannot hit a 5-run homer, but he can cut this lead in half basically. Swung on and hit to right at Guerrero. He grabs it, and that'll end the inning and the threat as he hit it right to him on the button. And we're through 8 here as the Dodgers are just about done. Guerrero gloves it, steps on first. Nice job, Dominguez, to get through it. And we're just about out of here. We'll be back for the top of the ninth in just a second. Hang tight now. Welcome back, baseball fans. Top of the ninth we go. Vlad Jr. leading it off against Blake Treinen. Cutter misses outside 1-0. Treinen having a really rough postseason. 4 1/3, 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, or 2 walks, 5 Ks. Here comes the 1-0 to Vlad. Swung on and hit down the third base line. Foul. 1-1. As we start to, I guess we're not. Good. No graphics here. We're just going to go right into the 1-1 pitch, which is great. Treinen has his pitch, and he is at the belt. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off down the third base line. 1-2. As Vlad steps out, and we'll redo it. Solo bomb for Vlad in the first inning. And that's really been all the Jays needed behind the huge effort from Yusavich. One strong inning from Dominguez. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, tap back to the pitcher as he flips it over to Freeman, and 1 down. Good job by trying to retire Vlad Guerrero, and that's going to bring up Bo Bichette. And at this point, if you're the Dodgers, I mean, the only good thing going is, Yusavich is out of the game. That's all you could really say. But they're down to their final 3 outs here. And for their sake, let's hope that Treinen can just get out of here. First pitch to Bichette, swung on and missed at the curveball, 0-1. Bichette shakes his head in disgust and says, "What am I doing?" RBI single in the seventh, in what turned out to be the inning that really just kind of busted this game open for the Jays, as it was a 2-1 game for a while. Dodger fans have filed out as usual, 1-1. And now Marlins man is talking to children in the front row, which is, well, that's downright scary. As we get a look at Miller time again, who can already taste that Miller. Here comes a 1-1. Swung on a missed. 1-2. Fastball on the outside corner. I mean, the question needs to be asked at this point. Why are there empty seats in game 5 of the World Series in what is an excellent series? Like, look at that. That's criminal. Swung on and fouled off down the first base side. Only in LA would that happen. Okay. 1-2 the count, one down. Top nine, 6-1 Jays in game 5 of the World Series. George freaking Springer has a helmet on. And man, oh man, I would love to see him hit, but I don't think you want to do that in this game. Checks his swing on the 1-2 curveball, 2-2. But yeah, I mean, look at there's these people on their phones back there. I mean, look, I get it. It's not going their way, but World Series, I don't know. Swung on, fouled off. 2-2. We'll do it again. Nice job by Bichette to stay alive. Can't quite figure out why Springer would have a helmet on. I mean, he didn't play today. You're up 5 runs. Seriously doubt he's going to come into the game. He absolutely should not come into the game if he's injured. You would love to use him in game 6. This Marlin man is now looking for other people to talk to. Swung on, hit to second base. Easy play there as he flips over to second for Edman. 2 down. Nice job by Trinan as Springer goes back into the dugout. And I don't know what that was about, but I will say this. If he comes into the game, it's not a good idea by Miller time. So 2 down here. Top of the ninth. That'll bring up Alejandro Kirk, the big fella. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch from Trinan. Fastball outside corner. Missed. 1-0. As Trinan takes the ball, he does not look happy. He really wanted that pitch, but we'll do the 1-0. And here it comes from Trinan. Swung on and hit to the right side. Freeman's got it. He'll take it himself. And nice job by Trinan to get the 1-2-3. And we'll be back for the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers' last hope, 2-3-4. Smith, Betts, and Freeman. Hang tight now. This is it, sports fans. The bottom of the ninth. Last hurrah for the Dodgers as the things have just not gone their way today. Trey Savage came in and spun an absolute gem, and the Dodgers bats just could not get it going today. And they decided they also did not want to play any defense. I mean, aside from the rough start from Blake Snell, he pitched a pretty decent game. He was kind of grinding the whole time, but he got into the seventh inning as well and pitched a decent, or sixth inning, and he pitched a pretty decent game. So, but the bullpen kind of unraveled on them, and the defense unraveled on them, and the bats just weren't there tonight, and just a really, really tough game in a must-have game. Of course, the Dodgers are live in Game 6 and 7, of course, but brutal game here. Last game at home, they're going back on the road to Toronto. Let's see how it finishes out here. As the first pitch slider from Hoffman misses 1-0. And the Jays closer is in the game to face 2, 3, and 4, the heart of the order. Will Smith leading off here, fly out in 2 Ks. Mighty quiet. Nice to see the Dodger fans up as Marlins man is talking to anyone that'll listen now, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever, okay. Fastball outside corner, 1-1. And Will Smith digs in, see if he can get on board for the Dodgers and pose some kind of threat to the Jays, who are 3 outs away from taking a 3-2 lead in the series. Slider is up 2-1. And Hoffman has been just a bit erratic here in his first appearance. In Game 5, here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the third base line. Four-seamer in on the hands. Nice pitch from Hoffman, and it's 2-2 now. And there are quite a few Dodger fans on their phone. As Ohtani, 1 through 4 hitters tonight, 0 for 12, and that is just not good enough. 7 strikeouts. That is just not going to get it done. 2-2 pitch is on the way. Slider away, 3-2. Nice job by Smith to work the count as your Savage looks on as he can taste the win after his epic performance. Well done by the young rookie. Mookie Betts on deck here. 3-2 from Hoffman. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit into left field. Base hit, Will Smith. Nice job. Leadoff man is on. Jack Straw from Wichita throws it in. Ohtani loves it. As Will Smith says, let's go. 5-run lead. I mean, stranger things have happened, I guess, but if you're Jeff Hoffman now, I mean, you really just need a ground ball or something, pitch to your defense. But I'd advise just not getting behind guys. How about that? What if we just go out there and throw strikes? How's that sound? 0 for 3, Mookie Betts, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Really could use a hit as now everyone's come down. Everyone from the cheap seats is down here to watch the game. Fastball outside corner 0-1. Marlins man has his back to the game, and I just don't understand. But that's just how he does things. So 0-1 to Betts. Here is the 0-1 pitch. What is going on back there? Fastball outside corner. Oh man. Looked like the same pitch, but just a bit outside there. 1-1 the count. Max Muncy looks on. Maybe he'll get an opportunity. As Yamamoto says, I got it for Game 6. Don't worry. They can't hit me. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball fouled down the third base line, 1-2. Nice to see Hoffman sticking with the fastball, and nice to see him peppering the zone as we get another look at the Game 6 probables. The aforementioned Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This guy is one hell of a pitcher. Can't wait to see that. Likely squaring off against Kevin Gausman. Rematch from Game 2. But we are in Game 5 here. Bottom 9. 1-2 pitch to Betts. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. As the Dodger fans try to mount some sort of life, some kind of rally back there. Leadoff man is on first, Will Smith. Freeman on deck. Mookie Betts at the plate. 2-2 count. Hoffman ready to do work. He is at the belt. And here comes the pitch. He kicks. Swung on and fouled away. Not a good pitch from Hoffman. Slider up in the zone, out over the plate, and Betts just missed it. And Betts has just missed a lot of them because he's just not right. as Dave Roberts looks on and bows his head and says, "Damn, what happened?" As everyone's praying now in LA because it is really, really late now. Swung on and hit high to left field, but it's in the park. And Jack Straw from Wichita is under it. He gloves it, throws it into the cutoff man, and there's one down. And Hoffman's 2 outs away from sending this game and this series back to Toronto for a closeout. And the Powder Blues have been good luck for the Jays. Bottom 9 here. Hoffman wants a new ball. Get that out of here. As Freddie Freeman digs in. Hit by a pitch in the fourth, and other than that, 0 for 2. Hitting a meager 241 in the postseason as he prepares for Hoffman's first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball inside 1-0. Missed well off the plate, 96 miles an hour. As Freeman chokes up a little bit on the bat and is looking for something just to get the bat on the ball here. 1-0 the count. Here comes the pitch from Hoffman. Up and away with the changeup, 2-0. And again, not sure why he is pitching from behind. You have a 5-run lead, and you cannot forget that, but we'll give him a little leash, I guess. 2-0 the count to Freeman. Bottom 9, 6-1 Jays. As Marlon Mann is looking for someone else to talk to, it fouls it off, 2-1. Anyways, World Series matchups of teams that swept, and who cares, really? Because I remember 2012 when the Giants just buried Detroit and Max Scherzer, and that was way cool. 2-1 from Hoffman. Swing and a miss at the slider, low and in, 2-2. And Hoffman is almost there as he is back on the slab and ready to work. Freeman is ready to go as this kid has seen enough. He is not having any more of this Dodgers lineup. Can't say I blame him. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed at the slider, low and in, struck him out, and Freeman walks away in disgust. Man, oh man, the Dodgers have not been able to find any sort of offense. Nice pitch there from Hoffman down and in with the slider biting low and in on the lefty. As the Dodgers are down to their last hope, and it's looking pretty grim in LA. Oscar Hernandez, 2 singles on the day. He is hitting 290 with 5 bombs, 12 ribs. But they are down 5. Fastball over the middle, 0-1 the count. As the Dodger fans are, well, some of them anyway, they just don't know what hit them. 0-1 the count. Hoffman at the belt. Here comes the pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 2, 0-2. And the Dodgers are down to their last strike here. Hernandez can't believe it. And we can't believe that play he made out and right. But anyways, we are almost there. 0-2 the count here, bottom 9. Jays are at the top of the dugout, ready to storm the field because they are 1 pitch away from taking a 3-2 lead in the World Series. Here comes a pitch from Hoffman. Slider, low and away. Check the swing, 1-2. Nice idea from Hoffman. Nice location. Good take from Hernandez there. Tough pitch to lay off 0-2. As the Dodgers just look kind of like that. They just look kind of just dumbfounded. What happened? Well, Trey Savage happened. That's what happened today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. Checks down to first. And Mafia Bob says no. Because he's on under 7.5 runs a day, and he doesn't want any more offense in this game. As the 2-2 pitch is on its way in just a second here. Let's hope George freaking Springer can play in Game 6. That would be lovely. Here comes the 2-2. Slider swung on and missed. Hoffman struck him out, and that's going to do it. And the Jays are pumped, but they know that there's still more work to be done as they just slowly walk out onto the mound. But they did what they had to do in LA. They take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers in LA after losing the backbreaker in Game 3, the 18 inning Freddie Freeman walk-off game. They came back and won 2 games in a row against the mighty Dodgers. And that man right there pitched one hell of a ball game. Man, oh man, 7 strong innings, 12 Ks, and the Jays are one win away from a World Series here. What a game from the Jays. Kike Hernandez, the lone Dodger run, Big Bad Vlad, and Trap Shooter Snyder went back to back to start the game. Trey Savage did the rest. Nice clean bullpen work from Dominguez and Hoffman. And the Jays are knocking on the doorstep of a World Series title. And wouldn't the city of Toronto love to see that? It's been a while. It has been a long while since Joe Carter went back to back with them back in the 90s. And kind of a muted celebration out of the Blue Jays because they do know there's more work to be done. And the mighty Dodgers are not a team to be taken lightly. But we'll be back, friends, for game number 6 on Friday night. And we wish you well. Thanks for tuning in from Dodger Stadium as the LAPD goes back to work to round up some criminals there in the City of Angels. Take care now. Bye-bye.